Hello, dear friends. In this video, we are going to see about how to include a radio button and a check box inside the GUI window of Python using Tkinter. So already I have discussed you about how to create a simple GUI where you can do some simple operations and how also we saw how to add two numbers and how to display in the message box and the label box and all. So in this video, we are going to see about how to add two other widgets so widgets means we know label, the entry widget, and button is a widget, box is a widget, a radio button is a widget, check button is a widget, list box is a widget. All these are widgets of GUI. So here in this video, we are going to learn how to create especially the radio button and the check button inside the GUI, these two widgets, and how to retrieve the value from there. That's what we are going to learn. So for that, we have to import. The first important thing is we have to bring the package for that is tkinder. So we can do in a simple way like this. From tkinder, we are going to import everything. So if you do like that, every time we don't want to put an object for tkinder dot label. So if you just import everything, we can directly write it. That's why I'm going to do like this. And again, one more time from tkinder, I'm going to import because it's an another subfolder inside message box. So these are the two things first we have to import. Now we have to create an object for the class tkinder. So for that, I'm going to create a variable called window, which is equal to, I'm going to create an object for the class tk. So now this object window is going to denote our window, the GUI window. So now for this window, we can give the title. So let me give the title as checkbox. We can say as check button and a radio button. So we can give the title. Similarly, we can even give the size of the window using the geometry. So here we have to give the width and the height. So we can give, for example, inside the double quotes or single quotes, using a small x, we have to give this is the width and this is the height. And now finally, you have to close this, otherwise we cannot see it. So let me say window dot main loop. So if you put this only, this window which is going to appear will be available. Otherwise, it will be closed immediately. So let me run this. So you can see a window with the title check button and radio button, and no other widgets are added. So it is the width is 400 and the height is also 400. Now we are going to add the necessary. Widgets whichever we want. So I told this video is specifically for radio button. So let me create a radio button. Let me create a object for it, and then I'm going to create a radio button. So first, this is the function. And for that, I have to give where this radio button needs to be inside the window, and what needs to be in the radio button, that specifically we have to say. So the text for the radio button I'm going to use is radio buttons means we know any one option will be chosen. So we can use this radio button for getting the gender. So gender will be either female or male. So let me give the text for that is male. And then, so to make it as a radio button, important thing here you have to use is that is a variable. So on this variable, we can have to give a variable name, anything you can give, and we can give the value for it. So what is the value means? What is the value we are assigning for this radio button? So let me give the value as same thing as male itself. That's the value for this. So this is the text to be displayed near the radio button, but this is the value for it. And it is showing an error, right? So I have to say what is the data type of this VAR. So the data type I'm going to specify, it is a string, right? So I'm going to say string variable. So that's it. And now I have to say the like layout. So I'm going to use a pack layout. So it is a very simple one. So we know that the pack layout will be organizing our component one below the other. So one radio button is ready. Similarly, I'm going to create the next radio button. So just I'm going to copy and paste it. So second radio button name I'm going to put as R2, and here also R2. And here it is going to be female, and the value also going to be female. Important thing you have to note here is the variable should be same, because these are all a radio button grouped under one. So if male is clicked, female should not be clicked, which means it should not be checked. If female is checked, male should be unchecked. So any one of this group should be checked. So that is what we are going to make it as a single group. So using this variable var, and here this is the very important thing. Here also the variable name should be var. Same name, any name you can give, but both should be same, and we have to specify the data type. So now if I run this program, you can see both the things are checked. So radio buttons now ready. But when you say initially, both the radio buttons are checked. But after once you start, it will be working fine. When you click female, male is automatically unchecked. When I check male, female is automatically unchecked. That is working fine. But initially it is not like that, right? So that not seems to be good. So what we can do for that is, so to choose anyone should be chosen at a time. So for that I'm going to use this var. So any one needs to be selected at a single time. So we have to say that set, what I have to set is either you can go select female by default. So now if I run this program, you can, okay, 1 second, female, var dot set, and I have to say as female. What I have given there, that should be given. Because it is case sensitive, no? So female. So you can see female is selected. For example, sometimes I want male to be selected by default means, so now I can give male there. So male will be selected by default. But if you think nothing to be displayed the first means, then you can say none. So now if you run, initially nothing will be selected. So now we can start with anyone. If I select female automatically, so we can set like this. So this is how we have to create a radio button. So that is now ready. Now let us go and create the check button. So radio button means anyone will be checked. So now let us create a check button. So for that the function is check button, where again the same thing, where I need to keep this is in the window. Window means in the window we have created. In this window I have to place it. And here also same thing. First thing is we have to give the text. What does the text need to be display? For example, let us give the hobbies for it. The first hobby is, let me give singing. And then here also we have variable. So here you can give any variable name. It is not specified that you have to give the same like in the radio button. You can give anyone. Let me say this is hobby one. So that's it. So this much is enough, and it is showing error, right? Why? Because I have to say the data type. So I'm going to give that data type as integer. Why? Because I want to check whether it is checked or unchecked. That is so 0 or 1. So that is why I'm going to give it as integer. And let me arrange it. So let me say to arrange or to make a layout, I'm going to use a pack layout. So when I say pack layout, automatically it will be arranged. So the job for us will be very simple. So now if I run it, you can see only one checkbox will be appearing here. So we can keep some list of things. So let me copy and paste it quickly for view mode so that we can have little more. So let me keep some two. This is also two. Let the second hobby be coding. And the third checkbox. So let us make the third checkbox as what to say, dancing. And the fourth one also we can say as playing. So something we can given. Okay, that's it. So we have given, and for all the variables also have to specify the data type. So this is what it is going to identify whether this particular checkbox is clicked or not. So it is on or off for that only. So let us copy and paste it again for 4 times. So it is H2, next one is H3 and H4. So here it is a different name, but here the variable is same. That is very important. And that's it. So now if I run my code, you can see all the checkbox are displayed. So we know already how to put nearby, you can say choose the gender. You can say here, you can choose the hobbies, that and all you can include. Just to understand this checkbox and radio button concept only I'm showing here. So now I'm going to make a button B1 equal to button, capital letter, and where I have to keep a button in the window. And what is the text to be displayed on that? I can say the text as submit. And then when I click on it, what should be done? Should be displayed it using this command. For that, I'm going to use a function called display. So that's it. And I have to say where should what layout I have to use, b1 dot pack. So now it is showing error because it is expecting a function to say what needs to be done when the button is clicked. So for that, I'm going to write a function display. So now I can use initially pass so that if I put pass, I'm saying that nothing is there inside the function just for you to show that. So now let me run. You can see there inside the window. 1 second. So the button, submit button came here, right? So now the button is ready. So when I click on it, it has to show what are the items I have selected in the radio button. Also, what are the things I have selected in the check button. So let us display it. So first thing is let me put a message box. And in the message box, I'm going to display the gender which we have selected. So in the message box, I'm going to show information. So I'm going to use this message box, the show information. First thing should be the title of the a message box. So that box, so I'm going to say here it is going to display the gender, and then I'm going to use this string formatter. So there I'm going to say that your gender is gender is, and I'm going to say it using this. So we know that already we have learned how to use this formatter in the print statement. So var dot get off. So what is var? var is a common variable we have used for the radio button. You can see for the radio button we have used var. So this var can be in any one mode. Either it can be a male or it can be a female. That's why we have given it a string variable. So I have displayed that gender. So now let us run it and see so that you will understand. So if you see, I am going to click female, and if I click submit, it says that title of this message box is gender and it is displaying your gender is female. Okay, so now it is coming. So now the next thing I want to show is I want to show whether what are the hobbies I have selected. So hobbies can be one, two, or more, all, or right. So for that, I'm going to click have a list, empty list initially, and I'm going to check every checkbox. I'm going to check if h1 dot get. So if h1 dot get means if h1 is true, which means if it is clicked, then I'm going to append this hobby dot append. What is there for h1? h1 is for singing. So I just use singing here. I'm going to append singing. Here let us put inside the quotes. So I have to say singing, right? And let us put what to say. Let us put a space so that if we keep on appending, there will be a space between everything. So then, or you can put a join at the end, whatever it may be. So then if H2 is clicked, it is for coding. And then I'm going to check the next checkbox. If H3 is clicked, it is for dancing. And the next one is if H4 is clicked, it is for playing. So we have done. So if we can see here the hobby. So H1, H2 we are checking. Now with all the results in the hobbies, right? Now we can use a message box. So message box dot show info. I'm going to say the title as hobbies, and then I'm going to display the list. So you can say as a string hobbies. Hobbies are, and then I can say as a string the list box, a very simple way. So now let us run this, save it and run it. So here we'll be getting a female. So, and then I'm going to say singing and coding is my, so first one is saying your gender is female. And then it's saying hobbies are singing and coding. That's what I have selected. So let me do dancing, playing everything. And if I say male, so first one we have used separate thing. You can make everything in a single checkbox itself. Your gender is male. And then here next time I have selected everything. I have selected singing, coding, dancing, playing. So everything is coming here. So this is how we can you like you can use this. This is how we can use the radio button and the checkbox in the GUI. And wherever you want, you can include it and make use of this facility of radio button and check button. Hope you have got how to use this check button and the radio button in the GUI window using Tkinter. Thank you. God bless you.